So United fall at home again, this time to Nottingham Forest. At least, unlike Liverpool, we scored a goal against them in our home game. United 2, Forest 3. And for me, there was a catalogue of errors in this game. We can go through them all day if you want, but for me, the main three were the costliest of threes. Onana from the beginning, from the second goal, how he doesn't save that, I'll be honest, I'm not sure. He just kind of dives slightly one way and then just leaves it. It's just like not having a foot out or anything. It's baffling to me, to be honest. I didn't think it was Martinez's greatest of games, especially for that first goal. He was didn't jump with the defender and nothing or anything. De Ligt tried to kind of get there. I don't know whether he was kind of given the role of like a player to just go for the ball in a sense from the corner, but he didn't get there in time, and then obviously that cost us the first goal. Obviously we mentioned the second. The third was a ball into the back post, and it goes over Yoro's head, and Chris Wood heads it in. It's a bit poor from Martinez again because he kind of leaves it. I think he thinks it's going wide, but it hits the post and goes in, and it's baffling because you just boot it, wouldn't you? You just get in the way of it, put your body in front of it, and just boot it away, or however. But yeah, I don't think it was Martinez's greatest game. I've seen a lot of people saying that he's done and he should be going. I don't think that's the case. I think he just had a bad game. He's been good for us for the rest of the time he's been with us. But he didn't play, obviously, in the week because of his 5 yellow card suspension. And I think that another player that struggled a bit defensively was Dalot. I didn't think he really did much offensively either. He was just kind of there. And he was a bit poor in a sense. There was quite a few, I think, that was quite poor, in fact. You could go with Garnacho. Yes, he kind of sets up the goal because he takes a shot and it gets saved by the goalkeeper, and it falls nicely to Højlund to tap in. But the shot itself wasn't great. Other than that, he didn't really do anything. And then he was swapped off for Rashford, and he didn't really do anything either. So those two, I feel, are on the periphery of where you class United as what's wrong with United in a sense in the moment, because they're not firing on all cylinders, they're not even creating chances. They're just kind of there, and they do little bits here and there. Obviously, Garnacho gets a goal every now and again, but his decision making is questioned on a regular basis, and it's so frustrating sometimes when you watch him play. I feel bad for Højlund because sometimes you watch him play and he just gets very frustrated. There was one with Dalot who he cuts inside and goes and he shoots, and it's such a bad shot, and it goes wayward into the Stretford end, and you just see Højlund just have a go at him for why are you taking that shot, and there was no reason for it. Ahmad was lively again. I don't think he had the greatest of games, but he was getting involved quite a bit. So was Fernandes. Again, like I said, Højlund got a goal, didn't really do much, but didn't really get a chance to do much because he's not really getting much feed in a sense. I think Agate and Mainoo weren't bad in the midfield, but the defensive errors in a sense have cost us, because if Onana makes that save and if Martinez stops that shot going across him and it goes in the bottom corner, then, well, circumstances permitting, we win the game 2-1. But it is what it is. There's improvements needed all around the pitch. I think that the team needs to learn on the fly in a sense, because it's game after game after game. There's another game midweek, I believe, is Europa League in the week. Whether there'll be changes rung in for that game, we'll wait and see. I don't know who the next game is. It's Victor Pleasant on Thursday. It's an early game as well. We're away, and then we're away at City. So that's going to be fun. And it's the quarter-final of the EFL Cup. So the games come thick and fast. There is no respite for this team. They need to improve on this performance for me. It wasn't fantastic. It felt like a game where when they went 3-1 up, you just knew they weren't going to get a point from it, let alone 3. I was a little bit optimistic when they got the second goal back and there was still about half an hour to go. But then there was just not really anything that occurred after that. It's kind of disappointing and frustrating at the same time because you just want them to succeed and do well and everything like that, and it's just not happening right now, and it's just a shame. But guys, yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think was going to happen next. We've just had breaking news of Dan Ashworth leaving, which is a bit of a surprise. I've done a video on that. I'm kind of shocked and not knowing what to say. But yeah, we'll see what happens on the fallout of that. Obviously, Victor Pleasant in the week, and then City the following weekend, and then Tottenham in the AFL Cup. There's no respite for these guys. They need to get some fight in them. Or maybe Amorim needs to look at the youth team possibly for a couple of players that are going to willingly show some fight in the week, and then maybe play them in the game against City as well. But we'll see. Let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. Like this video if you have. Subscribe if you are new. Until next time, guys. Take care.